109 to Croydon Town Centre. Centre. 109 to Croydon Town Centre. Street. 109 to Croydon Town Centre. Croydon, Catherine Street. Croydon, Catherine Street. This bus terminates here. Please take your belongings with you. 109 to Croydon Town Centre.
I don't know how they've managed that, but not great from either of them. Alex Albon in 17th position. He's starting the race on the hard tyres, playing the long game, while his teammate is up there in 12th, starting the race on the mediums. Bortoletto starts the race on mediums as well, also doing a bit of a longer strategy compared to his teammate Hulkenberg, who's in 13th. We've got Lawson in 15th position, Fernando Alonso in 14th, and Nico Hulkenberg in 13th. Sainz is in 12th after his 5-place grid drop, dropping him from 7th to 12th. Esteban Ocon in 11th position with a set of soft tyres, and Tsunoda 1 position ahead of him with the fresh mediums. Behrman with a used set of soft tyres starting in 9th position. Isaac Hadjar in 8th with fresh mediums. Piastri and Antonelli 6th and 7th on the grid. Both of them have got used soft tyres, which I think they used in Q3. Then we've got Verstappen, the only driver in the top 7 with a set of mediums. In 5th position is Verstappen, Russell is in 4th, Hamilton is in 3rd, Charles Leclerc and Lando Norris on the front row of the grid with 2 sets of fresh soft tyres. Okie dokes, folks, the formation lap is about to get underway. As you can see here, 30 seconds till the formation lap. We're going to have the drivers weaving around, getting the brake temperature, getting the tyre temperature, and most importantly, building up core tyre temperature and surface tyre temperature. That has been the problem, the sort of Achilles heel of the Red Bull team here in Mexico City. They can warm up the surface of their tyre, but that does not emanate inwards to the core, and there is something wrong with the car, with the setup, and they're just not allowing them to get the car into the correct window. The Red Bull race engineers will have worked tirelessly overnight to try and work out if there is some way that they can get the tyres switched on, and Verstappen is going to be following that exact procedure to the T. Every single burnout, every single braking zone, Verstappen's memorizing what the engineer has told him to get these tyres into the perfect window. 71 laps of this race are yet to start, and the formation lap is very much underway, folks. We have got 25,000 people tuned into live stream. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Hope you guys are all enjoying the coverage. Be sure to smash the like button. It goes a long, long way to helping out the channel, and it would very, very much be appreciated. We have got the points total from the previous 5 races. We have got Max Verstappen gaining 119 points. If you combine the points of Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri, both of those drivers have gained 119 points. Verstappen has been on a monumental title charge, and if he cannot win this race, if he cannot close up points on Lando Norris this weekend, it looks a little bit out of reach. So let's see what will happen today. I'm going to turn slow mode on because the chat is absolutely exploding. Thanks everyone for tuning in. And this race is going to be simply incredible. Rufus, thanks for the donation. Things are getting exciting indeed. They are. Norris is now entering the stadium section, weaving a little bit to the left, a little bit to the right, and getting everything ready as much as he possibly can. I'm going to just freeze the data for 5 seconds to make sure everything is synced up. Just bear with me there, folks. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and things are back underway. Very, very nice. This is just synced up with now what I'm watching, so I'm not going to be 5 seconds ahead on the commentary or anything like that. And yeah, we're getting the drivers now making their way to the starting grid. This is it, folks. Round number 20 of 24 here in the 2025 Formula One season. Lando Norris will be lining up on the clean side of the grid, on the left-hand side, folks. If your favorite driver has got an odd number as their starting position, they'll be on the clean side of the grid. They should get a fantastic race start. The drivers with the even numbers, they're going to have a bit more of a compromised start. Leclerc parks himself up on that second grid position. 8.3 meters between Lando Norris and Charles Leclerc, and between Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri, there is a gap of 64 meters. Piastri has got to do everything that he possibly can to close that gap up as soon as this race begins. Max Verstappen is going to have a bit of a struggle starting this race on the medium tyres. We've got the final few drivers now approaching the grid. They're getting everything up into the correct settings and changing all of their dials, putting the clutches into their ideal biting point. And we have now got the final car of Franco Colapinto approaching the right-hand side of the grid, ladies and gentlemen. And there we go. Green flag is waving. We have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights. It is lights out and away we go. It's a great start for Norris. Leclerc's into his slipstream and Verstappen's into the slipstream queue. This could be fantastic. The two Ferraris squabbling their way in towards turn number 1. Norris is very much on the inside. It's so dirty. Verstappen locks up onto the grass. He goes. Oh, this could be bad for him. Here comes Norris through turns number 1. It's close, but Charles Leclerc's got ahead of him. What a race start from Charles Leclerc. Verstappen's into 3rd place. This is incredible. Piastri's down into 12th. Oh my goodness me. Piastri has gone backwards. Norris regains the lead ahead of Charles Leclerc after I think Leclerc cut the corner, and Verstappen is up into 3rd. He has had the race start of dreams, but Hamilton has just snuck past him. The medium tyres not good enough now, and the soft tyres that are on the Ferrari are looking incredible. Oh, we've got someone at the back that spun. That Stroll and Colapinto contact at the back. It's yellow flags, but we're continuing on as normal. Okay, Norris leads the way. Leclerc in 2nd, Hamilton in 3rd, and Verstappen is in 4th. It looked so good, but once all the positions filtered through, Verstappen moved his way back into 4th place. And Lando Norris, most critically, most importantly, has broken the DRS already. We're on lap number 1, and the gap between Norris and Leclerc is 1.6 seconds. Piastri is stuck behind Tsunoda, who's on the medium tyres on the Red Bull that has had tyre issues all weekend long. Piastri's got to get a move on and got to get some overtakes on. He's lost 2 places off the race start. Wow, what a turn of events. But folks, as I said in the previous 7 Grand Prix here, if you win the race in towards turn number 1, there is a 77% chance that you will win the race as well. So Norris is looking pretty good for him. Russell over the radio complaining Verstappen just cut the corner, braked late onto the grass, and Russell wants Verstappen to give the position back to him. We'll see what happens. But typically, these things are knocked down as turn 1, lap 1 incidents, called it a racing incident, and then they just leave it at that. So we'll see if Russell can get a penalty for Max. Wow, 36,000 people tuning into the live stream. Thanks everyone for tuning in, folks. If you can hit the like button underneath the stream, it goes a long way to help out the channel. Jacob, thanks for the donation. Tuning in from a farm in California. Hope you're all enjoying, folks. All right, DRS has been enabled. Hamilton has got DRS on Leclerc. Verstappen got DRS on Hamilton, and it's a big old DRS train down from 2nd position all the way into 13th place here in Mexico City. And well, the thing that was important, Norris broke his DRS. Is Hamilton now going to start applying pressure to his teammate? Are we going to get a Ferrari civil war? Charles Leclerc, fastest lap of the race. Hamilton is a little bit too far back. He's got DRS on his teammate, which might just help him out because he's got a charging, racing Red Bull with that Honda engine trying to go down his inside. He's far enough ahead on this occasion. Liam Lawson into the pits after having some sort of contact, I'm guessing, at the start of the race. But Norris leads the way, and Charles Leclerc goes 5 milliseconds quicker on the previous lap. Where to watch this weekend with the VPN, folks? If you do want to watch with a VPN, it is Surfshark VPN using the link in the description, and it's Service TV. Oscar Piastri, purple in the 1st sector. Oh my goodness me. All right, Piastri's on a charge. I think we're going to have to... Oh, yellow flag. What's that? Is that debris? Are they going to bring out a VSC? Because this could help the drivers out on the soft tyres. They've put double yellows now at turn number 1. It looks like there is a serious amount of debris. So could that be a VSC? Could that be a... Well, it's not going to be a safety car for debris, but... the drivers will have to slow down. I don't know how the drivers are going to slow down. Some drivers may not slow down as much as the others, but yeah, we'll wait and see how they deal with that. Some drivers might come into the pits for an early pit stop, try and pull off a one-stop. Is Piastri just going to say, oh, screw it, I'm going to go put on the hards right now and not pit right till the end of the race? Is that the way forward? He's going to have a bunch of clean air that way, and that could work, but no VSC as of now. The yellow flag has been taken away. It looks like a marshal went out onto the track and picked up whatever piece of debris there was at turn 1. Hamilton got DRS on Charles Leclerc, and that is the only thing that has helped him defend against Max Verstappen. The two Ferraris working together. They're lifting and coasting together. How cute of them. But yeah, they're going to be under pressure from Max Verstappen, so Hamilton has got to stay within Leclerc's DRS, otherwise Verstappen will breeze past him. I'm telling you, there's a 20 km/h difference, folks, 20 km/h between the drivers that have DRS and the drivers that don't have DRS going down the start and finish straight. So it's day and night difference, and it's critical for the race, and it's critical for Hamilton to get a podium as well. Okay. We're on lap number 4 of 71, and Leclerc's not letting Norris run away with this one. Norris did set a fastest lap, went 0.3 quicker on the previous lap, but he's not running away, not driving off into the sunset or anything like that. So we'll see how it goes. Russell still complaining over the radio about Max Verstappen, Max Verstappen blocking him, or cutting the corner at turn number 1, but there has not even been a message from race control saying that has been noted. So I don't think Russell's complaining is really getting him anywhere. And does Hamilton lose DRS on Charles Leclerc? He does. At the critical moment when he didn't need to, he has just lost DRS, and now Verstappen is gaining. Hamilton's rear wing is slammed shut. There's a 20 km/h difference in the top speeds as they head their way down the start-finish straight, and Verstappen gains 0.4 over the course of one straight. Here comes the next straight. Here comes the next DRS zone. What is it going to be here in Mexico City? All right. Yep, fastest lap of the race, though, still for Lando Norris. It's still looking good. Albon gets ahead of Pierre Gasly a little bit further back, and we look at the reaction times. Leclerc had a better reaction time, but his clutch release wasn't ideal, and that's why that's why Norris got the jump on him. And then, of course, Leclerc cut the corner at turn 1, and he had to give the position back to Lando Norris. So that's why, for a moment, I was like, oh my God, Leclerc's in the lead of the race. But no, he cut the corner, and he had to give the place back. All right. Now, Verstappen is again very, very close. So now he's 0.6 going into the stadium section. Extremely close. This is the closest he's ever been. And Hamilton is now firmly out of DRS from Charles Leclerc. It's 1.2 seconds is the gap right now. And Piastri is still cooked, ladies and gents. There's no other way to put it. He's there in 9th position, and he's still stuck behind Yuki Tsunoda. Admittedly, he's in DRS train, which makes it hard to overtake. But, yeah, he's got to do something. And Verstappen comes over the radio saying, I got squeezed like crazy, so that's why he's done that. And Verstappen looking now to the inside of turn number 1. Does he get the overtake done on Lewis Hamilton? It is super duper close. Through turn number 3 they go, and Verstappen is up into 3rd place. For a moment there, the GPS was glitching out, but no. Verstappen has just managed to get past Lewis Hamilton, and a little bit of a lock up there as Hamilton goes straight on through turn number 4 and 5. And well, is he going to give the position back to Max? I think he is. Oh, the GPS is really glitching out here, folks. Just bear with the GPS till Hamilton pops himself back up there into 3rd. Wait, has Verstappen just been... Verstappen's just been overtaken by Behrman. What? Oliver Behrman, out of nowhere, is up 5 places, started the race in 9th, up into 4th, ahead of Max. What is going on here? Wait, what? This gap has also hugely opened up. Verstappen overtook Hamilton. Hamilton missed the braking zone and then went straight on. He's surely got to give the position back to Verstappen. Meanwhile, while all of this was happening, Verstappen got overtaken by Oliver Behrman. It's all kicking off here in Mexico City, and yeah, Ollie Behrman up 5 positions off the race start. Oscar Piastri, another purple first sector. He's going really fast in the first sector, but he can't get ahead of Yuki Tsunoda. Right, here comes Verstappen down the start-finish straight. What can he do? Can he get ahead of Oliver Behrman in towards turn 1? He can't. Maybe he's sitting back. Maybe he's hoping to get the overtake done in towards turn number 4, but this is mental, and Norris now 2 seconds ahead of Leclerc, but the gap to Verstappen is now 9 seconds. That's nearly a safety car pit stop worth. Yeah, Verstappen and Lewis collided, very much 2021-esque. Actually, Verstappen cut the corner, and then Lewis cut the corner again. So I don't know what's going on, but the race control and stewards are going to have an absolute field day with this one. Verstappen went down the inside, and he barely made the corner, pushed Hamilton off the track, and then just cut the third corner. Mental, absolutely mental. We'll see if Verstappen's probably going to have to overtake Behrman on the track, and then Hamilton, I don't think is going to be switching positions again, but yeah, it was like it was 2021 all over again. Hamilton locked up, went straight on, and then Verstappen outbraked himself onto the grass, and that's where Behrman slipped by. It was through goes Behrman. It was very, very similar to that, and yeah, slipped by Antonelli and Verstappen, so incredible job by Ollie Behrman. Here we are now, coming out of turn number 16, Behrman with that DRS flap closed, Max Verstappen, the Oracle logo on their rear wing is no longer visible. The flap is open. 20 extra kilometers per hour as they go down the start-finish straight. It's Ferrari power versus Honda power, and a bit of overtake mode to help. But Max is still behind Oliver Behrman. The lap 1, turn 2 incident has now been noted between Fernando Alonso and Carlos Sainz for leaving the track and gaining an advantage, but, you know, Leclerc isn't there, Verstappen isn't there for being noted, so I guess whatever they did on turn 1 has now been all forgiven. Is Hamilton doing lift and coast? The Ferraris will be doing lift and coast, to be honest with you guys. Piastri does just get ahead of Tsunoda, but then gets re-overtaken, I think. Does he? Yes, he does get re-overtaken. Not ideal. He needs to pull off a move quickly. Yeah, not ideal there for Oscar Piastri, getting stuck behind Yuki Tsunoda. And yeah, Max is still stuck behind Behrman. I don't know what he's doing. I guess he's maybe hoping for the soft tyres to wear out. The soft tyres are probably going to go off around lap number 16, 17, 18. And, well, there's still 10 laps left to go of that. So, yeah, a lot of work to be done. Oscar Piastri, 363 kilometers per hour for Oscar Piastri through the speed trap. That might actually be close to the record. I don't know what the record is here in Mexico City. It might be 378 with Valtteri Bottas. Correct me if I'm wrong, folks. But Lando Norris has just set the fastest lap of the race. Piastri has just gone quickest through the speed trap with another purple first sector. And Verstappen, round number 2 against himself and Ollie Behrman. And Behrman is still holding on very, very well. Okay, Hamilton's over the radio saying, what are they doing about the people who took advantage at turn number 1? And Hamilton's just been told they're doing nothing. So Hamilton's just got to get on with it. But he's there in 3rd position. It's been a while since we've seen Hamilton up in the podium places. So all the LH fans will be very, very happy with that one. Folks, we've got 40,000 people tuning into the live stream. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Hope you all are enjoying the coverage. And be sure to hit the like button as well. It goes a long way to helping out the channel. All right. We've got Hamilton under investigation, failing to follow the race director's instructions on the escape road. Hamilton could get a 5-second time penalty for cutting the escape road incorrectly. I'm not exactly sure how that works or what the rules were because they only get handed out to the drivers. But Hamilton is under investigation for the escape road instructions, and Verstappen and Hamilton have also been noted for causing a collision. So, well, let's see what happens and what plays out for these two drivers. But none of that really matters because Behrman is still ahead of Max Verstappen and Hamilton is just building this gap out. Behrman, of course, the Ferrari Driver Academy driver driving for Haas, he is holding up Max Verstappen. In fact, Verstappen is out of DRS now of Kimi Antonelli. What is going on here? He's dropped out of DRS of a Haas which is 0.8 slower per lap during the race, but somehow he is, I don't know what's happening, but 2021 so back, Verstappen and Hamilton battling away, causing collisions, getting penalties. But we're at the front with Lando Norris, another fastest lap of the race for him, and he's 2.6 seconds ahead of Charles Leclerc. That, ladies and gents, is not out of undercut range. If Ferrari do time a pit stop correctly, if Lando Norris's team, if McLaren mess up a pit stop, then Charles Leclerc is very much in the running for a race win. We've seen it in the past. McLaren for the past 6, 7, 8 races have messed up pit stops, and well, now is a high pressure scenario and they might just do it again. Ferrari might try to work something out. We'll see if Ferrari can pull out some strategy tricks to help out their fellow driver. Okay, Yeah, Hamilton's got a lap time deleted for exceeding track limits, and so has Verstappen. So yeah, I mean, these drivers, we'll see what happens to them. But Behrman is still holding on. Honestly, the highest position a Haas car has ever finished, ladies and gents, is 4th position. So Oliver Behrman is doing a record-breaking best for the Haas team. Piastri just gets ahead of Yuki Tsunoda. Fantastic job there from, well, I wouldn't call it say fantastic, but it's a step in the right direction for for Piastri, and as he heads towards turn number 4, he does not get re-overtaken by Tsunoda. So nicely done by Piastri, 1 position up. Next up now is George Russell, 1.5 seconds up the road. He's got to close that gap up to his rival. Behrman wants a podium. Yeah, Haas, up till this date, Haas have never scored a podium in their Formula 1 history, and, well, Oliver Behrman might be able to change that. With a Ferrari masterclass in lifting and coasting, Oliver Behrman could find himself up on the podium. If Behrman gets a podium before Lewis, that would be mental, wouldn't it? We're on lap number 11 of 71. At this point, the soft tyres are really starting to wear out, and we're going to see drivers start complaining about their tyre temperature. You can see Isaac Hadjar just there, a last chat message, or it's now the 3rd one along, but the traction is just terrible. And, well, it's a sign of the track conditions, sign of the track temperature being up at 50 degrees Celsius. The wind also, folks, it's 9 kilometers per hour blowing in this direction, so giving drivers a tailwind going through towards turn number 1. And that's a little bit extra top speed as well. Ollie beat Hamilton in his first race, so he can do it again. Well, I know I'd like to see Hamilton get up on the podium. It's been a while since he's been there, and he's been trying quite hard with Ferrari. But in the same vein, I'd like to see Behrman also score a podium. You know, we've had Hadjar score a podium this season. We've saw Antonelli, also another one of the rookies, score a podium. So why not Ollie Behrman? Tsunoda is battling away with Esteban Ocon, actually, and Tsunoda's managing to keep Esteban Ocon behind him. Verstappen, however, not managing to get ahead of Ollie Behrman. The gap now up to 1.5 seconds, and I feel like Verstappen has dropped back now. He's trying to preserve his tyres. He's on those medium tyres, of course, so he's running a slightly different strategy to the rest of the grid, and we'll see if it works out for him. Okay. Yeah. If I was to ask you guys who is your driver of the day so far, it's most certainly going to be Oliver Behrman, I think, unless you guys have got any other opinions. But Ollie Behrman doing a fantastic job in this race so far. We'll see if the Haas team can keep up with the strategy and make sure that they don't get undercut by Max Verstappen. Charles Leclerc, unfortunately, is dropping out of undercut range. It was previously 2.5 seconds the gap. Now it's up to 3.5 seconds. And Lando Norris is pulling slowly but surely off into the distance, and Leclerc unable to keep him in check. So that could cause some problems if Ferrari want to actually win this race. Okay.